game of the week right here. Rams, Lions. What a comeback by the Lions. We predicted it. The Rams were going to keep it close. But the Lions were going to get the dub. That's what happened. Solid win for the Lions. Always good to win a divisional game. But before we get to them, we must start early in the week with Chiefs, Ravens. Another really good game. Great way to start the year. It was a little delayed, this game, but they got it started. The weather cleared up. It was all good. Starting the season off, Derrick Henry on his new squad runs it into the end zone. Xavier Worthy says, "Hello, I'm now in the NFL." 21-yard touchdown run. He looks super fast in that one. Second quarter, Butker gets 2 field goals, and then Tucker gets a field goal right before the half. 13-10 going into half. The Chiefs are up. Third quarter, Pacheco, touchdown, 20-10. Isaiah Likely, oh boy, this guy looks good. Shout out that one dude who said, for the tight ends, the top 10 tight ends video, he said Isaiah Likely, he's that guy. You were right. Shout out you. You were correct about Isaiah Likely. That was a crazy good game from him, but 20-17, Xavier Worthy, another touchdown, 35 yards from Holmes. In the fourth quarter, puts them up 10. Tucker ended up with a field goal, and Ravens, they were driving, they were right there. The toe was on the line. Oh man, that's crazy. That was a crazy ending for that one. What a way to start the year, really. Couldn't have been happier, but Lamar, 122 yards rushing. That's crazy. Derrick Henry, 46 and a TD. Lamar, 273 passing, 1 TD. Mahomes, 291, 1 TD, 1 pick. Pacheco, 45 yards, touchdown. Worthy had his rushing touchdown and receiving touchdown. Rashee Rice picks up where he left off last year. He got 7 catches for 100 yards. Isaiah Likely, 9 catches, 111 yards, and a touchdown, that 49-yard touchdown. Bateman, he actually had 2 catches, 53 yards. He looked pretty good. Zay Flowers had a bunch of catches, not too much on the yards, though. Kelsey had a pretty quiet game as well. But, yeah, what a game. What a game this was. Really great way to start off the season, for sure. And then we have, on Friday, Packers, Eagles. Another good game. Saquon Barkley says, welcome to Philly. That crazy game from him, 3 touchdowns. But yeah, we got the Packers. Start off field goal. That was it for the first quarter. Then it's Barkley, 18-yard touchdown pass. Jaden Reed, he went off in this one. He had a 33-yard run. What is it with these receivers and running the ball? But Jaden Reed, right after that, not right after, Barkley exchanges touchdowns with Reed. He scores. Reed then scores. 70-yard TD pass. They're just going back and forth. The Reed and Barkley show, for sure. And then you got Jake Elliott, 38-yard field goal going into the half. Packers, 19-17 for the Eagles. Going into third. Right away, A.J. Brown, huge touchdown pass, 67 yards. That is crazy. But Packers, they're like, we're still good. We got the lead. Christian Watson, they lost the lead, but they said, we can get the lead back. We can get it back. Christian Watson, touchdown pass. They had a good drive there. Eagles come right back. Barkley, touchdown. We get into the fourth. Packers, down 5. They get a field goal. They cut it to 2. And then the Eagles, they held onto the ball, ran the clock out, put 3 points up on the board. It was too tough for the Packers. And then what's crazy is Jordan Love got injured, and Malik Willis had to go out there and try to throw it. He ended up just getting sacked. But tough ending for the Packers. The good news is, I guess Jordan Love's going to be all right. It's going to be a few weeks. It's not ideal, but it looked like it was was going to be for the season. Sometimes you can tell. Like, when a guy's out for the season, like, they're a little upset, but, like, they're not, like, super animated. I feel like sometimes when there's, like, a really bad, like, there's, like, an injury that looks really bad, and then the guy's, like, super animated, it ends up not being as bad as it looked, pretty much. So this is one of those cases. So luckily Jordan Love, he'll be back at some point, but yeah, he had 260 and a touchdown. Jalen Hurts, 278, touchdown, 2 picks. Love had a pick as well. Jacobs, 84 yards. Barkley, over 100 yards and a touchdown. Also had a receiving touchdown. A.J. Brown, 119 yards. 1 TD off of 5 receptions. Jaden Reed, he had that rushing touchdown for 33 yards. He had 4 catches under 38 yards and a touchdown. Christian Watson, 3 catches, 13 yards, touchdown. So it's good stuff from him. So what a game. You always hope that, like, these games that are just on a day where they're by themselves, whether it's the Thursday game or this Friday game, like, you just hope for a good one, especially like 2 good matchups like that. I mean, wow, it was great. It was a great start to the weekend for sure. But yeah, let's get to Sunday. Let's talk Sunday. Steelers, Falcons. I picked the Falcons in this one. Kirk Cousins, he didn't look great. Unfortunately, the Steelers, they had Justin Fields out there. They didn't have Russ playing. Not that it would have made that much of a difference, but Fields is just, at this point, you know what you're going to get with him. Like, you have a shot to win, but he's not going to win it for you. Like, and in fact, there's actually a risk that he'll lose it for you. But yeah, Falcons, field goal, Steelers, field goal. That's the first quarter. Then another field goal for the Steelers, 6-3. Kyle Pitts shows up this year. He showed up. 12-yard pass, 90-yard drive. Kirk Cousins gets him in the end zone. And Steelers field goal, so 10-9 going into it. And third quarter, same thing. Boswell field goal, 15-10. We get to the end of the fourth. Boswell field goal gets them up 18-10. They don't need touchdowns. They don't need them. Forget touchdowns. You don't need them. Steelers defense looks pretty good, though. I mean, TJ Watt, he's good. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. But yeah, 1 sack, 2 tackles for a loss. 3 QB hits. That's pretty good. But yeah, he just disrupts the game. He's just a good player. But yeah, 156 yards for Fields. No touchdowns, no picks. 57 yards rushing. Najee Harris, 70 yards rushing. Kirk Cousins, 1 TD, 2 picks, 155 yards. Bijan Robinson had 68 yards, 43 yards receiving off 5 catches. Kyle Pitts had the lone touchdown of the game. He had 3 catches for 26 yards. So pretty good game. But the Falcons, early struggles from Kirk Cousins. They're going to start calling for Penix soon. The Steelers, hey, it's good to know your defense is good. And Justin Fields is a, I guess, reliable backup. But yeah, we're heading over to Cardinals, Bills. Also a really good game, really back and forth. I thought the Cardinals were going to get them. I had the Bills in this one. And I was worried. I was a little bit worried. But they had a great third quarter. But yeah, so Michael Wilson, 5-yard TD from Kyler Murray. Good start to the year for him. Prater field goal, pass field goal. James Conner, 3-yard run. Josh Allen, 7-yard run. And it's 17-10 at half. And then Allen throws it to Mac Hollins. He gets a TD to Khalil Shakir. 24-17, they're up. Prater field goal in the fourth. Josh Allen touchdown gets them up 11. And DJ Dallas, big kickoff return for a touchdown. And they got the 2-point conversion, so they're down 3. Bills end up kicking a field goal, put them up 6. And Cardinals were not able to get down and score. But yeah, promising start for the Cardinals. We knew they weren't going to be, well, I didn't think they would be trash this year, but if they can battle teams like the Bills, then they're definitely going to have a shot to get in the playoffs for sure. So, Titans, Bears. This one, I picked the Bears, right? Yeah, I picked the Bears. Didn't think Caleb Williams, I didn't think he would be that bad. If he told me he was going to be that bad, I Levis is worse. But yeah, Tony Pollard, first quarter touchdown, 26-yard run. Welcome to the Titans. Nick Folk, field goal. And then Okungwu, the tight end, 17-yard pass from Will Levis. I mean, that's the crazy part. They're up 17-0 in the second. And the Bears hung in there, able to come back, but they get a field goal right before half, but 17-3 at the half. They get a block punt. Jonathan Owens cuts the lead cuts the deficit to 7. Cairo Santos field goal, and then Tyreek Stevenson 43-yard interception return, and they get the 2 point to go up 7, and that ended up being it. But defense and special teams really helping them out. So, that's very promising. That's very promising indeed. But yeah, Caleb Williams, 14 for 29, 93 yards. Ouch. Will Levis, 127 yards, 19 for 32, 1 TD, 2 picks, 3 sacks. Pollard, 82 yards and a TD. DeAndre Swift only had 30 yards. That's not great. But yeah, Chig Okungwu had a TD for the Titans, the only receiving touchdown of the game. But yeah, solid win for the Bears. They really didn't play well offensively at all. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Odunze, they just nothing crazy with the numbers. Nothing crazy at all. And they still won. So, very promising start for them indeed. We head over to Pats Bengals. You know what? I'm okay with being wrong. If this is the result of me being wrong, I'm okay with that. I'll take this Pats dub. I know sometimes I suffer from anti-bias. It's a real problem I have where I'll be anti-bias when I should be biased. I should have been all over the Pats getting this W, but Ramondre Stevenson, solid game from him. He had a nice run at the end of that 80-yard drive. And Joey Sly looks like a solid kicker. So got them up 10-0 at the half. Field goal from him in the third as well. Zach Moss finally got them on the board, end of the third, so 13-7, it's still game. Luckily, Pats are able to get a field goal in the fourth. Bengals get a field goal, and then, a 6-point lead at the end. And then the Bengals, they had a touchdown. I forget when exactly it happened. The fumble, where was it? Yeah, so it looks like second or early first quarter, or end of first quarter, end of first quarter. Oh wait, no, end of second quarter, my bad. Middle of second quarter, doesn't matter, it doesn't matter where it was, but they had that touchdown, ball got stripped, at the goal line. Kyle Duggar, wow, that guy's good, he's been great, so glad they re-signed him, but yeah. Crazy stuff. But solid win for the Pats. But that certainly makes a difference. The defense could win them some games. And Brissett really didn't look that bad. So I gotta give it to him. He really did not look bad at all. So Patriots might actually be mid this year. They might be mid. There's a chance. Oh man, this game was good too. Texans Colts. This one was really good. Stephon Diggs says, "Hey guys, I'm not washed." But yeah, Fairbairn field goal, 51-yarder. Alec Pierce, 60-yard bomb from Anthony Richardson. I've had a lot of questions about him. He answered a lot of them in this game. He looks good. It's crazy. His time in Florida. I mean, you look at how Florida has been the last few years. Their program is in shambles. No wonder Anthony Richardson didn't play very well there. But he showed the physical tools, and he's in the NFL, and he looks pretty good. So, Fairbairn another field goal. Diggs, 9-yard pass from Stroud. They're up 12-7 heading into half. Fairbairn, 51-yarder. That's 3 50-yarders in this game, and they needed all of them. Jonathan Taylor runs one in, cuts it to 2. Joe Mixon gets them up 22-13. Ashton Doolin, 54-yard touchdown pass from Richardson, cuts the lead to 2. Texans come back a little bit later. C.J. Stroud, Stephon Diggs, and Anthony Richardson ran one in, and they cut it to 2, but just wasn't enough. But yeah, I mean, what a game. This was a great way for both these teams to be like, hey, we're both pretty good out here. We're both pretty good. We both have good QBs and a lot of talent as well. So, yeah, crazy stuff. Yeah, Pierce, 125 yards and a TD. Nico Collins at 117 yards. Joe Mixon, 159 yards and a TD. Richardson, 56 yards rushing, TD. 212 passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Stroud at 234 and 2 TDs. So, yeah, what a game. What a game that was. That was it's a good one to catch on Red Zone Channel, that's for sure. Alright, we're heading to Jaguars, Dolphins. Yes, here we go. This one, I mean, I thought the Dolphins were... I thought they were going to lose this one, but Jaguars had their chances to pull away. They just couldn't do it. They did nothing in the second half. ETN got him started. He got a touchdown. Brian Thomas Jr., 14-yard pass for a touchdown. Devon Achane got himself in the end zone, but I guess he's injured now. He's questionable for next week. They play on Thursday. Cam Little field goal. So yeah, 17-7 at the half. Tyreek Hill, 80-yard touchdown pass from Tua, and cut the lead to 3. Jason Sanders, 4 minutes left in the fourth. They tie it up, and they get the ball back, and then end at regulation, 52-yard field goal for the win. What a win for the Dolphins. What a win for sure. Crazy stuff. He had Tua, 338 and a touchdown. Hill had 130 and a TD. Waddle had 109. Achane had 76 yards receiving. 24 yards rushing and a TD. Tank Bigsby had 73 yards. ETN had 44 and a touchdown. Brian Thomas Jr., first game in the league, 47 and a touchdown. Gabe Davis had 62 yards. So, yeah, another really good game, another close game. Exciting to watch. Well, or catch parts of, I can't see every bit of everything, but it is nice to put 4 games up on the screen. Yeah. Panthers Saints, this one, not much to get from this one. The Panthers are so bad. Bryce Young didn't look good. Nobody looked good in this one. Well, the Saints look pretty good. The Saints look like they were Super Bowl contenders in this one. Rashid Shaheed, 59 yards. Blake Group, field goal. Foster Moreau, I don't know how to say his name, but he scored. Touchdown. Field goal, 52-yard field goal. Juwan Johnson, touchdown pass. Panthers field goal, you cut the lead to 27. 30-3, 30-0 was the score. 30-3 going into the half. Kamara runs one in. Bryce Young runs one in. 37-10 going into the fourth. Saints field goal. And Jamal Williams, 14-yard run, 47-10. Just absolutely destroyed them. The Saints, I wish I could say this is a good sign for you guys, but this was also the Panthers, so we don't really know. We don't know what to think at this point. It's, you're just going to have to wait and see. It's all right. But Panthers are bad. Saints could be solid. I think I was a bit too harsh on them in their predictions, but this one hurt. I went with the Giants. I had the anti-bias pick for the Pats. I should have flipped it. I should have picked against the Giants, picked the Pats. I'd be much better off this week. But yeah, Vikings 28-6. They dominated. Kind of just realized I have not been saying the scores of the games. So that's, yeah. Actually, I think I have it at the end of some of them. Not at the beginning. Normally at the beginning I see the score right away. I don't know. I'm a little rusty, alright? It's week 1. I gotta get the rust off, alright? Sam Darnold, 208, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Why am I reading stats? We're going to scoring. Alright, Graham Gano, field goal. Giants scored first, alright? So, I pretty much predicted it correctly, alright? Aaron Jones, 3-yard run. Justin Jefferson, touchdown. Jalen Naylor, touchdown. Graham Gano, field goal. Andrew Van Ginkel had that interception. That was pretty crazy. solid win for the Vikings. The Giants look awful. They look so bad. Daniel Jones, 2 picks, 186 yards. They got nothing. Malik Neighbors, 5 catches, 66 yards. That's actually solid for a debut. I'd be happy with that. But Justin Jefferson, 59 yards and a touchdown. Addison only at 35. Aaron Jones, 94 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, so that's pretty good. But yeah, solid win for the Vikings. Sam Darnold, he looks good enough to get the job done, but he's not going to take them anywhere, that's for sure. The Giants, you know what? They lost because their jerseys. The jerseys were so bad. The jerseys were really bad, and that's all there is. That's all there is to it. The jerseys were terrible. They were really bad. I hope they don't wear them again. All right. We're at the 4 o'clock games. Raiders, Chargers. We had the Chargers. Yes, we had the Chargers in this one. I don't know why I picked. I didn't know who to pick for this one. I just picked the Chargers. But yeah, they got on the board first. They got a field goal. Alexander Madison. Actually, that was a nice touchdown. 31-yard pass from Gardner Minshew. Chargers field goal. 7-6 Raiders going into the half. Chargers field goal. Cameron Dicker puts them up 2. J.K. Dobbins touchdown run in the 4th, 16-7. Raiders field goal. Daniel Carlson, he's still there. So 16-10. And then Ladd McConkey, welcome to the NFL. 10-yard pass from Justin Herbert. They failed the 2-point conversion, but it didn't matter. 22-10. That was it. So Minshew, 257, 1 TD, 1 pick. Herbert, 144, 1 TD. Not terrible, but J.K. Dobbins under 35 yards and a touchdown. That's pretty good. Ladd McConkey, 39 yards and a touchdown. That's pretty good for his debut. But yeah, solid win for the Chargers. They should be mid this year. They should be mid, and that's pretty good. This is a rebuilding year for them. So, Raiders. I don't know what's going on with the Raiders. We're gonna have to wait and see what else happens with the Raiders. But yeah, Broncos, Seahawks. This one, very glad I picked the Seahawks. Nice win for them. Yeah, you don't want to pick Bo Nix to win his first game, but he played okay. Yeah, so Broncos field goal, Seahawks field goal, Broncos safety, Broncos field goal. There were 2 safeties. I missed that. I knew there was one, but there was 2. There's 2 safeties. That's crazy. I did not see the second one. I knew there was one. I saw the score when it was like 5-3. And then I think I saw that one. I don't know. I don't remember. Was it the safety from the kickoff? I forget. I'm trying to remember. Oh man. That's interesting. 2 safeties. That's weird. All right. But yeah, 13-9 going into half. Broncos were up. Kenneth Walker touchdown. Jason Myers field goal. 19-13 going into the 4th. Zach Charbonnet touchdown, puts them up 13. Bo Nix takes them down the field, runs one in. They were down 6. They had a shot, but couldn't get it done. The rookie. He threw it 42 times under 38 yards, 2 picks. Never mind, he didn't play that well. Shows you how much I actually caught of this game. I did not see enough because he was pretty bad. That's alright, Rook. That's alright. Geno Smith, 171, 1 TD, 1 pick. That's what I would expect from him. Kenneth Walker, under 3 yards and a touchdown. Geno ran one in, so yeah, good start for the Seahawks. They definitely have a chance to make a playoff push. They're an interesting team to watch throughout this season. But up next, Cowboys, Browns. Dak got paid right before this game. I thought that was pretty funny. And he played alright then too as well. But Browns got on the board first. They got a field goal. Brandon Cooks gets in the end zone. Pass from Prescott. Zeke gets his welcome back. He gets into the end zone. And then 2 field goals for the Cowboys. So 20-3 going into the half. This was the blowout from the start. And then you have Turpin runs back a punt. And 27-3. It was just over at this point. Jerry Jeudy did get in the end zone on a pass there. Broncos field goal 30-10 heading into the 4th. Broncos field goal. Jerome Ford 2-yard run. He definitely stat padded a bit at the end there. But that's all right. That's all right. I'm gonna need him in a couple leagues for fantasy. But yeah, pretty much domination by the Cowboys here. Watson, 45 attempts, 169 yards. That's pretty bad. 1 TD, 2 picks. Dak had 179 and a TD. Zeke had 40 and a touchdown. Jerome had 44 and a TD. And Njoku, he had 44 yards. I think he got injured. CD Lamb, the guy who also just got paid, 61 yards. No TDs. Brandon Cooks didn't get in, though, as well. He got in the end zone in honor of him. Up next, Commanders Buccaneers, the final late window game. Pick the Buccaneers. Yeah, it's tough. Got a rookie QB, so it's hard to expect big things at that point. But yeah, Buccaneers, 2 field goals to start. Mike Evans TD, Brian Robinson Jr. touchdown, 13-7. Buccaneers TD, 16-7 going into the half. Chris Godwin had a touchdown. He had a pretty good game. James Daniels ran one in. Welcome to the league. Jalen McMillan, didn't even know who that was, but he scored. Mike Evans scored 37-14, and Daniels ran one in, so 37-20 was the final score. Let's take a look. So Daniels was 17 for 24, 184, no TDs, no picks. That's okay. Baker, 289, 4 TDs. This is great. The Browns are having QB problems, and Baker Mayfield is going off for the Bucs. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta appreciate football like that. It's great. But Daniels, 88 yards rushing. That's pretty good. 2 TDs. Brian Robinson, 40 and a touchdown. Oh boy, Austin Eckler had 2 carries. He did have 4 receptions. So that's okay, but that guy was dominating the league at one point. Bucky Irving, he was pretty solid. 62 yards. Rashad White didn't do too much. Godwin, 83 and a touchdown. Evans, 62 or 61 and 2 TDs. McMillan had that 1 catch for a touchdown. So yeah, great start for the Bucs. Definitely a team to watch this year for the playoff hunt. Commanders are obviously rebuilding, and then game of the day, right here. Lions, Rams. This one was pretty good. Gotta love the OT. Rams got on the board first. Field goal. Lions field goal. Gibbs runs one in. Jameson Williams, 52-yard TD pass. Kyron Williams, 2-yard run. Joshua Carty, field goal. That's the Rams kicker. Never heard of that guy. But yeah, they 13-17, and then oh man, I think I said it backwards at the beginning. I feel like I said Lions came back and won, but it was, well, they did. Technically, the Rams, they were down. Cooper Kupp touchdown gets them the lead, and then the Lions came back. So yeah, that's technically right. Yeah, the Lions came back, and then David Montgomery just takes over. He just took over in that overtime. Speaking of stat padding, Montgomery was stat padding in that overtime. He's great game from him, but great game from the 2-headed monster running backs. Laporta didn't do much, but Jameson Williams, monster game. Kyron Williams, 50 yards, touchdown. Stafford, 317, 1 TD, 1 pick. Goff had 217, 1 TD, 1 pick as well. Cooper Kupp filled in for Puka after he got injured. 14 catches, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. He's back until he gets injured again. But no, he's fine. He should have a good year. But yeah, 26-20. What a win. What a win for the Lions. Great way to start the year, just like last year. They had a nice win in week 1, and then the Monday night game. It was about what was expected. You knew the Jets, they got a solid squad. They got a terrible O-line. Rodgers looked good enough. Breece Hall, he couldn't run anywhere. But yeah, the Niners just, they just got out to a lead, never looked back, really. Moody field goal, Breece Hall touchdown. So they did have the lead early, but then Niners field goal, Deebo Samuel's touchdown run. Niners field goal, 16-7 at the half. Jordan Mason filled in for McCaffrey, looked great. Touchdown for him. Niners field goal, 26-7, all of a sudden in the third. But hey, Rodgers to Allen Lazard, that was a pretty good one. That was a great touchdown. Cut it to 13. Niners field goal. Lazard, 3-yard pass from Tyrod Taylor, and that was it. 32-19. So yeah, there it is. The week